Good morning, everyone. This is Robert from RJL 518. For anybody who just joined, who's coming over here from Baseball Demos, is Mark Fidrich Replay. And definitely you guys should always check that out if you've not checked out Baseball Demos and The Bird is the Word. No spoilers. If you want to see what happens, you're going to have to go watch it. Welcome to Inside Pitch. We're going to do it as he did Inside Pitch. I'm going to do Inside Pitch. We return to the 1995 one and gone. Now beginning round number 2. This is game number 13. And we have the number 17 Philadelphia Phillies taking on the number 1 Cleveland Indians here at Jacobs Field. The Philadelphia Phillies beat the New York Mets in the first round in a pretty good game, actually, 3-2. The Phillies advance now here to take on the number 1 seed, the Cleveland Indians. This team is loaded. And I don't know how this team didn't win the World Series in 95, but this team was stacked. We are at the American League ballpark, so the Phillies do get the designated hitter, as well as Cleveland. And this should be a fun game. I'm looking forward to this one. This should be pretty good. But this Indians team is absolutely loaded. And there is no doubt about it here. As we now begin the second round of the 1995 one and gone, we've got 8 games scheduled for round number 2, games 13 through 20. Starting pitcher for the 1995 Cleveland Indians will be Dennis Martinez. He was 41 years old and he had one of the best seasons ever. 12 wins, 5 losses. A 3.08 ERA. He was pretty much lights out. He was a very strong pitcher. We'll see if the Indians get that kind of ability from him as we start this game. So the fans here at the Jake are all set and getting ready. And let's play some baseball. Philadelphia Phillies leading off for the Phillies in this game will be center fielder Lenny Dykstra, ex-World Championship Met. Steeler fan and Bob's Tabletop Sports joins us here at Jacobs Field. Steeler fan, I was wondering if you were on suicide watch after last night's ugly football game played by the Steelers. That game was terrible. Although you did try to make a comeback, but I don't know what was wrong with your guys last night. That was a terrible loss. Glenn Peral joins us here also at Jacobs Field. And we start with a Suidice. I'll re-roll. Martinez, 2-3. That's a walk chance. The 11. Jacobs Field subtracts 2 from walks. Against a righty, that 12 and -2 is a 10. There is no walk, so it's too high. Dykstra gets the swing 4-4, and he flies out to left. If this game is going to be as exciting as that Twins-Mariners game from yesterday, who knows what we're in for today. Here is the second baseman, Mickey Morandini. Jacobs Field subtracts 1 from strikeouts and 2 from walks. Martinez pitch 5-1 against a lefty. That's an automatic out, and that will be a fly out to center. 2 men down. And that will be first baseman Greg Jeffries. Martinez with the pitch, 1-1, error on a throw. Jeffries will swing 1-5. That's a ball hit to center field against a right-hander. Against a righty, that is a 9, and that is going to be way too high. So there is no throwing error, so that's just going to be a fly out to center. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Martinez. Nothing going on there. I don't get upset about entertainment anymore. Well, I was, of course, being facetious. I knew you wouldn't commit, do anything to yourself. I knew that, but I was a little worried about you last night after the way those Steelers played that game. I was very disappointed, and I was rooting for Pittsburgh. I have nothing against Cleveland, though, but I really have nothing against the Browns, but I was rooting for Pittsburgh in that game. Starting pitcher for the 1995 Philadelphia Phillies in this game will be Mike Mimbs. 9 wins, 7 losses, a 4.15 ERA, lefty. He gets the call for the Phillies in this matchup. This Cleveland Indians lineup is unbelievable. Leading off, center fielder Kenny Lofton. This lineup is going to be amazing to see what they do. Mimbs pitch 3-4. That's at the park. Jacobs Field says 2-3, and that's a ground out to second. Jacobs Field is about 4 home run cells on the matrix. Pretty maybe neutral, maybe still I think a neutral park. Here is the shortstop, Omar Vizquel. Mimbs will pitch 4-5. That's a hit by pitch. That 20 is way too high. Vizquel will swing 3-5 against the lefty. That is going to be a double into right field. Vizquel sends that back the other way, and it is a double to right. He will hold at second. That will bring up second baseman Carlos Baerga. This team was hard. This lineup is just loaded. Let's see. Strat roll says an 18. Nothing happening. Mimbs will pitch 4-5, and that is going to be a hit by pitch as well. That's too high. Baerga will swing 6-3, and against the lefty, that's going to be a double to left field. So Vizquel hits a double to right, and then Baerga comes up there and hits a double to left. That will score Vizquel automatically. Baerga will stop at second, and just like that, the Indians are up 1-0. And then you go from Carlos Baerga to this guy, left fielder Albert Bell, 50 home runs. Jeez. How did this team not win the World Series? Baerga at second base. We'll see if there's any strat roll. That is a 17, nothing happening. Mimbs will pitch 4-2. That is a home run with a question mark. Bell is a right-hander, and only on a 1 will that work. That is a 19, and that will not work that way. However, Bell does have home run results on his card anyway, and that is a 6-5, but that's going to be a fly out to center. 2 outs. Runner still at second. And then you happen to bring up the Cleveland designated hitter, and that is Eddie Murray. He batted .323 that year. Mimbs, let's see if anything on a strat. 11, nothing going on. Mimbs will pitch. 6-1, that's a blank. Murray gets the swing. That's a 2-1, and he flies out to left. Not a bad start, though, for the Tribe. 1 run on 2 hits. They lead 1-0 after 1. Inning number 2 coming up. Leading off for the Phillies will be Jim. Oh, wait a minute. My bad. I forgot. I think I made a mistake. I'm correct. You know what? I'm thinking Eisenreich, but I think I lost him. You know what? Timeout. I think I made a boo-boo. Yes. Give me a moment. I got to make a change. Let's see. I had him in left, and I completely forgot he was hurt. Not a problem. And that meant that, let's see here. What do we do? Timeout. I can fix it. Mariano Duncan was the next batter. He can go into left field. Let's see what we want to do here. Timeout. Let's. I don't want to put him out there. I completely forgot he was hurt. I completely forgot he was injured. All right. As much as I really don't want to use, as much as I have to go by the most at bats, so it's going to have to be Mariano Duncan. So what do I do here? It's got to be Mariano. The batter is going to be Mariano Duncan. He'll bat at the cleanup spot. I totally forgot Eisenreich was out. Not a problem. He will play left field, although his range is lousy for it, but that'll have to do. So here's Mariano Duncan in place of the injured Jim Eisenreich, who was out pretty much for the who was out pretty much for the turn. I believe he was out for the tournament. I think he was in that game. Well, let's see. I think he was injured for it. I'll double check my readings. I should have remembered he was out. Yeah, he was out for, I think he was out for the tournament. So Mariano Duncan will bat against Dennis Martinez. He played this Cleveland team in a tournament for play and finished second, about 30 to 35 participants. Yeah, Dennis Martinez will pitch to Duncan, 5-6. That's a blank. Duncan gets to swing. That's a 3-6, and that's going to be a star 6. And that's a fly out to right. Duncan's still a capable hitter, although if I'd have known, I probably wouldn't have put him in the cleanup spot. Here's Darren Dalton. He is the catcher. Pitch from Martinez, 2-2. Range play at the park. Jacobs Field, 1-1. That's a double hit to center field. Kenny Lofton's out there. His range is a 3. And he's got it. Out number 2. Kenny Lofton goes in there and takes away a double from Darren Dalton. And the next batter will be third baseman Charlie Hayes. Lost to the 1919 Black Sox. Really? You lost it? So I guess they didn't throw that championship, did they? Here's Hayes. Martinez with the pitch, 5-2. That's a straight home run check. Hayes against a righty is a 7. That's a 3, and Charlie Hayes just sent one out of here. Home run for Hayes. Charlie Hayes sends a nice home run over as he pulls that one over the right field fence, and that is gone, and the Phillies have tied this game up. Home run for Charlie Hayes. And the batter will be Mark Whitten. Whitten is the designated hitter for the Phillies in this game. 2 outs, but with a home run by Hayes makes it a 1-1 tie. Pitch from Martinez, 1-4. That's again a home run with a question mark, though. Whitten hitting from the left side, a 1-8. That's a 17. It's too high. Whitten does get to swing, 5-6, and he flies out to left, and that will end the inning. 1 run for the Phillies on 1 hit. Tied at 1, bottom of the second. Coming up. Yeah, pace for them was 112. Was 112.5. So you go from Baerga to Bell to Murray, and you know your team is loaded when this guy is batting 6th. Third baseman Jim Tomei. Now, of course, in 1995, he was still a young kid, but he was already getting up there. Still batting .314. When your 6th batter is batting .314, that's scary. Mimbs with the pitch, 6-3. That's a walk plus 10, and that will, with that 17, that will send Tomei to first easily. And he trots down to first on a walk. And then right behind Jim Tomei, you get this guy, right fielder Manny Ramirez. So your heart of the order is Baerga, Bell, Murray, Tomei, and Ramirez. What do you do? Pick your poison. Mimbs will pitch. We'll see if there's anything on a strat. There is a 16. Ramirez is not bunting, although the bunt's no play, really. Mimbs will pitch. 1-5, that's a strikeout chance. That 15 is too high. Manram will swing 3-1 against the lefty. That is a base hit. It's a single past third. Tomei's base running rate, of course, the infield was halfway anyway. Tomei's base running rating is a 3. Single to third, there is no way he has to be a 6 in order to get to third base. So he will hold at second. Runners at first and second, nobody out. And that will bring up first baseman Paul Sereno. Now, here was a little bit of a weak link, although he wasn't a bad fielder. Strat roll says a 2. Tomei, no, there is no hit and run here, so we're just going to let Sereno bat. Mimbs with the pitch. 3-3, strikeout chance. 16 too high. Sereno gets the swing. 3-1 against the lefty. However, that's a ground out to first base. Sereno double play rating 2. Halfway +1 is 3. Nothing from Mimbs. He's a left-handed hitter, which means that the so shortstop is covering, which is Stocker's -1 from him. A 1-2, they turn the double play, and they do not. The runners actually advance. So Tomei goes to third. Ramirez goes to second. The only play was to get Sereno out at first. That will bring up the catcher, Tony Pena. Now, I had a tough choice between him and Sandy Alomar, but Pena had more at-bats, and that's my rule. So runners at second and third. Let's see what the Phillies want to do here. I think they're going to call the infield normal and just try to get the out. Strat says a 4, nothing happening. Mimbs will pitch. And that is a 3-6. And against a right-hander, that is a home run, straight check. Pena against the lefty is a 4. That is a 1, and Pena just blasted a 3-run home run way out of here over the left field fence. Shades of yesterday. Pena only has a 20% chance of hitting one out, and there's a 1 on the die. And I'll tell you right now, the 20-sided die has been very generous in the last 2 games when it comes to home runs. 3-run jack by Pena. And the Indians just took a 4-1 lead. Stadium cheers. Yay! Top of the order, here's Kenny Lofton. Lofton grounded out his last time up. Still 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Pitch from Mimbs, 5-5, wild pitch, ball 1. Again, Mimbs, 4-3, strikeout chance. That 2 is good. He does strike out Lofton. That's the first strikeout for Mimbs. He had 93 of them, and that's out number 2. And now you bring up Omar Vizquel. Omar Vizquel, they say, is up for the Hall of Fame. I definitely put him in the Hall of the Very Good. But as far as Hall of Fame, that's a little bit questionable. But if they were to put him in there, I would probably understand. But I don't know if he's Hall of Fame. Mimbs will pitch. 5-5. That's a wild pitch again. Ball 1. Mimbs will do it again. 2-3. That's a walk chance. That 18 is too high. Vizquel will get the swing. 1-4. Star 6. That's a fly out to right, and that will end the inning. 3 runs for the Indians on 2 hits. A 3-run jack by Pena. 4-1 Tribe. Or as I should say, 4-1 lead by the Cleveland Baseball Club that will formerly be known as the Indians next year. Forever Remain 90 joins us here at Jacobs Field. Leading off for the Phillies will be shortstop Kevin Stocker in the top of the third. Martinez with the pitch, 6-3, hit by pitch, 20, got him. Stocker, 14, Martinez +10, that's a 24, that 20, he hit Stocker. Ouch. Stocker will go down to first on a hit batter. And the next batter is the right fielder, Andy Van Slyke. Infield goes halfway. Strat says a 12, nothing on. Martinez will pitch. 3-4, that's a strikeout chance. That 1 got him. Strikes him out. That is strikeout number 1 by Martinez. He only had 99 strikeouts, so he was, not, of course, at 41 years old, not really much of a hard thrower at that time, but he had very good control. Probably one of the reasons why he was 12-5 with a 3.08 ERA. Here's Dykstra with a runner on first. And that is a 3. Possible hit and run available. Why not? Stalker's a 17. We'll go ahead and do a hit and run, even though they're down by 3 runs. 4-4, possible error chance. Dykstra will swing 2-3. That's a star 2, and that is going to be a ground ball to short. The ball is at the Vizquel. Error rating is a 3. That's a 4. There won't be an error. So now we check to see if there is a double play. All double play ratings get a -2. So Martinez, so it's a 1. So you go -2, so it's a -1. Even when you add the halfway is a 0. Nothing for Martinez. There's not going to be a chance for a double play. Base running ratings, however, go up. So Kevin Stalker's base running rating goes up to a 7. It was still halfway, so it's a 6. So Stalker automatically makes second base. Dykstra's out at first. 2 down. Probably shouldn't have done that because I forgot to realize what the situation was. So the hit and run does get Stalker to second. Morandini now the batter. Probably messed that one up. So here is Morandini with 2 outs now. The infield is normal. Probably shouldn't have done the hit and run. I'll remember for next time. Should roll a strat anyway. Strat roll says a 7. Nothing happening this time. Martinez pitches 4-6. That's a range play. Morandini a 2-5. That's a ground ball to second. That ball is hit to Baerga. His range is a 4. He's got it. Throws to first. Out of the inning. Nothing for the Phillies. There was a hit batter. We go to the bottom of the third, 4-1 Tribe. I'll take the blame for that. That was my mistake. Down by 3 runs, usually not doing a hit and run. Mike Mimbs will come back on the mound, and now you face this meat of the Indians lineup. Starting off with Carlos Baerga. He had a double his last time up and brought in a run. Mimbs with the pitch. 5-2 against a switch hitter right. That is a walk chance, and that 6 is good. There's a 9, -2 from the Jake is a 7, so he walks Baerga, and he'll trot down to first. Second time he's on base, and that will bring up Albert Bell. 50 home run Albert Bell. Infield halfway. Strat roll says a 17, no play. Mimbs will pitch. And that is a 6-2. That's a strikeout chance. And he gets Bell. He struck him out. That is strikeout number 2 for Mimbs. Strikes out the hard-hitting Bell. And now you bring up Eddie Murray. Murray is the DH. 20. Mimbs throws to first. And Baerga gets back safely. The only way Mimbs would have gotten him out was a 1. But that has happened before in my games where I rolled a 20 and then I rolled a 1. That's happened. Pitch from Mimbs, 4-4. That's a blank. He's not tired. Murray, 3-1 against the lefty. That is a ground out to third. A ground out to first. Murray's double play rating is a 3. +1 is a 4. Nothing from Mimbs. That shortstop is Stalker -1. So a 1-3, they turn it. And they do. And it's a 3-6-3 double play, inning over. So all the Tribe get is a walk. But it remains 4-1 Indians after 3. Leading off for the Phillies is Greg Jeffries. Martinez, 3-4. That's a strikeout chance. That 5 is too high. Jeffries does get to swing 2-6, and that is a leadoff double to right field. Jeffries was no slouch in 1995. He did bat .306, and he can hit the ball. So Jeffries will start on second. Leadoff runner there for the Phillies. And that will bring up Mariano Duncan. I just had to put him in left field. I forgot Eisenreich was hurt. So, Baseball Demos joins us here at Jacobs Field. Runner on second. We'll do a strat, see if there's anything going on. 10-0. Martinez will pitch. 2-3. That's a walk chance. That 12 is too high. Duncan gets to swing. 1-6. He pops out to short. That's the first out. That will bring up Darren Dalton. We got a 13-0 on the strat. Martinez will pitch. 3-3. That's a strikeout chance. The 11 is too high. Dalton does get to swing. 5-5. And he grounds it to short. The throw will go to first for out number 2. The only way Greg Jeffries can get to third is on a 1. And he does. He stays at second. And the batter will be Charlie Hayes. Hayes hit a home run his first time up. He's 1 for 1. The reason why the Phillies have that 1 run. So let's see what we have here. Strat says a 1. Jeffries is not going to steal. So Martinez will pitch. And that is a 4-2. That's a wild pitch. That 13 is too high. A nice block there by Pena. And he'll do it again. Martinez, 4-3 this time. That's a walk chance. The 15 is too high. Hayes gets to swing. 2-6. He grounds it to short, and that will end the inning. Leadoff double by the Phillies, but they can't do anything with it. And we go to the bottom of the 4th, still 4-1 Tribe. I said bottom of the 4th. I didn't change the thing, did I? My bad. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. It's 4-1. Here's Jim Thome. He walked his last time up. Not a problem there, Dave. And I'll tell you right now, I'm a lot better at this game than I was before I started. But if I don't have an answer, always check with the forums and see what Chris tells you. Mimbs will pitch. And that is a 4-6. That's a blank. Thome swings 4-1, and he slaps a base hit right past second. And that is a single for Thome. And he will be on first for the second time today. And that will bring up Manny Ramirez. God dang, what a lineup this team had. This lineup was scary. How did this team not win the World Series? Thome on it first. We'll see if infield half. Strat roll says a 17. Ramirez is not going to bunt. Not when I got a batter at 308 up there. Mimbs will pitch 3-4. That's at the park. Jacobs Field says 6-2. And that is a possible home run to the opposite field. And Mimbs is a lefty, a 1-15. That ball is hit. That is a 3. And that ball is gone. Manny Ramirez hits one straight into right field, over the right field fence. That's a 2-run jack for Manram, and it's now 6-1 Indians. Tell you right now, this Indians team is going to be very difficult to beat. You're going to have to outslug them, I think, and that's going to be really difficult. 6-1 Tribe here over the Phillies, and still nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th. Here's Paul Sereno, and the Philly bullpen's already warming up. Don't know how long Mimbs is going to stay out there. Pitch from Mimbs, 5-4 against the lefty. That is an automatic out, and it will be a ground out to third for the first out. Here's Tony Pena. He gets a nice ovation here from the Cleveland crowd. Big 3-run home run he smacked in the second inning. I like PC Replay Basketball, Steeler fan. I actually have the demo for that. I actually like how that plays. PC Replay Baseball is probably the best baseball interface game you can use to put in your own stats. It's just sad they have a decent choice of seasons, but they're missing a few good ones. And as far as the game engine goes, I'm not really a fan of the Replay Baseball engine. Too much like APA. Pitch from Mimbs. That's a 3-3. That's a strikeout chance. A 17 is too high. Pena gets the swing. 4-4. He flies out the left. It is just too bad that the inside pitch computer game does not have an AI or a quick play function. Here's the center fielder, Kenny Lofton, and he's 0 for 2. Mimbs with the pitch, 6-1. That's a blank. Lofton will take a hack, 2-4, and he singles into center field. Lofton gets his first base hit of the game. Here's Vizquel. Still 2 outs. Infield is normal, though. Strat roll says, am I rolling strat? Yes, I am. That's a 6. Lofton's got a very good chance to steal here. Mimbs got good hold rating, though. 16 minus 3 is a 13. And Dalton has no arm. Tell you what, with 2 outs, no. I'll let Vizquel swing. Mimbs with the pitch, 1-4. That's a range play. Vizquel takes a swing, 4-3. That's a ground ball to short. That ball is at the stalker. His range is a 4. He's got it, and he will throw to first to get Vizquel, and the inning ends there. 2 runs for the Indians on 3 hits. A 2-run jack by Manram, and it's 6-1 Cleveland. And already, although I know the dice can be very finicky sometimes, I don't expect Philly coming back. But you never know in a game of RJL 518. Who would have thought the Mariners would have won that game yesterday in that game against the Twins? For those of you who didn't check it, please do. What a finish in my Twins-Mariners game. Top of the 5th inning, leading off for the Phillies will be Mark Whitten, and he is DHing in this game. 1-1 from Martinez, error on a throw. Whitten will swing 6-4, and that is a single to first base, and the first baseman is Sereno. Error rating is a 6. That is an 8. He will not make an error, so Whitten just gets an infield single. Puts a runner on, and here is Kevin Stocker. Infield halfway. And that is an 11, no play. I'm still rolling strat. It's 11, no play. Martinez will pitch. 6-4, a blank. Stocker gets to swing. 4-5. He singles past the shortstop for a base hit. Whitten's base running rating is a 3. Has to be a 5 in order for him to get to third. It is not. So he will hold at second. And now the Phillies are in business here. 2 straight base hits. Maybe the Phillies can make a run. Here's Andy Van Slyke. Let's see here. Let's see. Infield will still be halfway. Strat roll says a 14, nothing going on. Martinez will pitch. 3-5 against the lefty. That is an automatic out. And that is going to be a star 2. It's a ground out to short. Van Slyke's double play rating is a 2. Nothing from Martinez. +1 is a 3. Second base Baerga, no adjustment. A 1-3, they turn a double play, and they do not. It's a 6, so the runners advance. So it was a slow rolling grounder. The only play they had was at first base to get Van Slyke. And that is the first out. But the runners advance. That will bring up Nails, Lenny Dykstra. Infield is going to be normal. Field is going to be normal. The Indians will trade the out for the run. They're up 6-1, so they're looking pretty good right now. Yeah. So runners at second and third. Strat roll says a 3. Nothing going on. Martinez will pitch. 3-2 against the lefty. That is an automatic out. And a star 6 is going to be a fly out to right. So that is out number 2. Dykstra sacrifice fly rating of 1, and that will not work. Now Witten's base running rating is a 3. Fly ball to right field. Ramirez adds 1. So a 1-4, Witten will be safe. 5 he holds. 6, he could be out, or maybe Stocker could be out if it's a 6-1 or a 6-6. And that is a 6-4. The throw goes to the plate, and Witten is thrown out by Ramirez. 6-4, lead runner thrown out. Ramirez guns him down at the plate. Side retired. Manram guns down Witten. He is out of there. And that ends the inning. Oh, the Phillies are going to know that was something that got by them. Manram does the job. So that was no runs on 2 hits. Still 6-1 Tribe. Off talk, Robert. I ordered Heroes of the Motherland. Oh, good choices. I'm hearing nothing but good. Lock and Load does make a good war game. ID Jester will definitely give him some kudos, I believe. Just don't mention anything from Dan Veerson games. He hates DVG right now. Mike Mimbs. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Indians lead 6-1. Mike, let's see who leads off here first. A switch right switch. Carlos Baerga is going to go up against Mimbs. They'll keep him out there for a little while longer. I don't know if he loves Strat. Don't ask. I don't know what happened there. I don't know. Mimbs will pitch to Baerga. I just got tainted by the dark side again. Although I shouldn't say that. I mean, if Strat was to have a decent season for me to pick up, I would order a copy myself. Mimbs, 3-3. That's a strikeout chance. That 14 is too high. Baerga gets the swing. 2-3. That's a star 5, and that's a fly out to center. But right now, inside pitch is my absolute game of choice. Here is Albert Bell. Pitch from Mimbs. That is a 5-6 against a righty. Strikeout chance 12 is too high. Bell gets the swing. 5-2. Fly out to right. 2 men down. And here's Eddie Murray. And I do have a confession to make as soon as I get done with this inning. Mimbs will pitch. 1-1. That's a double question mark. Murray's hitting from the right side. So 1-10 is an automatic out. That is a 2. That's exactly what it's going to be. And a fly out to left. So actually Mimbs has a pretty good inning. 3 up and 3 down. And that's actually the first time in this game the Indians were sent down in order. But it's still 6-1 Tribe. As we go to the top of the 6th inning, let me remind, I actually last night, 0 leader. Yeah, I had a funny feeling they were going to do a 0 leader for Japan because they have Corsair leader for the United States. I got a confession last night. I actually started to play a fall classic baseball game last night, and I was unable to finish it. My view on fall classic baseball took a little bit of a hit last night when it started playing too much like APA. So, don't know when my next fall classic game will be, even though I have another season that still has not arrived yet from these people. But I have a funny feeling fall classic might not be lasting long unless I maybe make a few tweaks to make the game. It wasn't also that it was played like APA. I got bored. I got bored. I had a problem with it. I got bored. And I really didn't feel like finishing the game. A couple of people and I deleted the video, so you're not going to find it. I deleted it. But I had an issue with Fall Classic last night. I got bored. I got bored. So that was my issue. But here, look at inside pitch. Look at how much fun this game is to play. Top of the 6th inning, Mickey Morandini leads off against Martinez. I got bored of it. I did. I did. For some reason, I got bored of it. And today I ordered the 2018 season from Inside Pitch. I'll get that later this week. Martinez, 1-2. That is a strikeout chance. The 9 is too high. Morandini is a 9. -1 is an 8. And that is a 9. So Morandini avoids a strikeout. He gets the swing. 2-2, and he gets a base hit. How about that? A nice single. And that will be from my mother, Imperial Point. She will get that. Morandini on it first on a base hit. And that will bring up Greg Jeffries. I know I'm probably going to get a few angry looks from some of the people on the chat that like Fall Classic, but right now I'm having an issue with it. So I'm going to stick with inside and payoff pitch. For the time being, I will play a couple of games of Fall Classic still, but I don't know. Let's see. Morandini on it first. Am I rolling strat? The answer is no, but I am rolling for pickoff. And that's not going to happen. Martinez will pitch. 1-3. That's a strikeout chance. 13 is too high. Jeffries will swing. 6-4. That's a star 6. That's a fly out to right. And that is out number 1 as Jeffries will sit back down. Here's Mariano Duncan. Luckily, he's not been called on for a range play in left field. Duncan's 0 for 2. Yeah, I know. Tony won't be happy. I know. He'll say, I haven't played it enough yet. And he's right. I haven't played it enough yet. But right now, my first impression was pretty good. My second impression took a hit. He'll help me out, I'm sure. I'm not dumping the game, but right now I'm having issues with it. No play on the strat roll. Martinez will pitch. 6-6, strikeout chance. He got him. He strikes out Duncan. And that is strikeout number 2 for Martinez. Now the batter is Darren Dalton. Let's see. Pickoff chance, none. Martinez will pitch. 2-4. That's a double question mark. Dalton's a lefty. A 1-14 would be an automatic out. That is a 6, and it will be an automatic out. It's a star 4. It's a fly out to left, and that will end the inning. No runs and a hit for the Phillies, as Dennis Martinez is pitching a heck of a game, and the Tribe are definitely hitting 6-1 here in the after 5.5. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning, 6-1 Indians. Who leads off? We got Jim Tomei leading off against Mimbs. 2 lefties and a righty. I think we're going to see a new pitcher. So Mimbs is done. And the Phillies will go to the pen. Let's see who they're going to want to bring in here. Let's see. Coming on to pitch for the Phillies will be another left-hander. It'll be Kyle Abbott. 2 wins, no losses, a 3.81 ERA. Not a bad pitcher, actually. Nothing wrong with that record. 2-0, 3.81. I can live with it. He pitched to 7 batters here, so we'll go here. So Jim Tomei will lead off against Abbott to start the bottom of the 6th. And that is a 4-5. That's a strikeout chance. The 10 is good. He struck out Tomei. Good way to start, striking out a Hall of Famer. No doubt about that. Here's Manny Ramirez. Yeah, you go from Murray, you go from Baerga to Bell to Murray, Tomei, and Ramirez. Like I said, pick your poison. Especially with the year they had. Abbott's pitch 2-1. That's a strikeout chance. That's too high, though. That 12 is too high. Manram will swing 2-2 against the lefty. He doubles to left. He doubles to right field. Manram having a heck of a day. He's 3 for 3, a single, a double, and a home run. And Manram will trot down to second. That will bring up Paul Sereno. Runner on second there. We'll see what we're doing here. No strat rule, but there is a pickoff chance. And that is a 15, no play. Sereno is 0 for 2. Pitch from Abbott, 1-1, strikeout chance, 11, too high. Jacobs Field helps out Sereno on that play. Sereno does get to swing, 2-2. That's a base hit into right field. It is a single. Manram, base running rating of 3. The ball is hit to right field. So that becomes a +1, which is a 4. The right fielder is Van Slyke, -1. So a 1-3, Manram will score. And that is a 4. He does not. He has to hold at third base. As Van Slyke gets the ball in quickly, and Manram turns around and he goes back to third. How about that? So Van Slyke keeps the run from scoring, but Sereno does have a base hit. The batter now is Tony Pena. He's 1 for 2. He has a 3-run jack in this game. Infield is going to be in. They cannot afford any more runs. And with 1 out, Manram is going to go on contact. But there is a pickoff chance. Yes, Abbott throws to first. It is a 20, and Sereno's back safely. 2 20s. Now we'll do the pitch. Abbott will pitch. That's a 5-4. That's a strikeout chance, and he got Pena on a K. Big strikeout there on a 1. 2 outs. Two men down. Here is Kenny Lofton. Lofton's 1 for 3. Infield now back to normal. Still rolling up another pickoff chance. Nope. Abbott will pitch. That's a 2-3. That's a wild pitch. That's a 6, and Abbott throws it to the backstop. Wild pitch by Abbott. Manram will trot on home with not a problem there. Sereno will go to second. He will hold. And the Indians now lead it 7-1. That's also the third time that Ramirez has scored. So he's 3 for 3, 3 hits, and he scored all 3 times. And Sereno now on at second base, 7-1 Tribe. And we will do it again. Rolling a strat. That is a 20. Abbott turns around, throws to second, and this time he got him. That's a 6 pickoff roll, 6-10, and he gets Sereno as he nails him at second base, and that ends the inning, actually, which means Lofton will have to wait until the next inning to come up to bat. He throws Sereno out at second, and that will end the inning, I should say. Abbott tries to make up for it, but still a wild pitch didn't help. 1 run on 2 hits, a wild pitch at the end of 6, 7-1 Tribe. Or the Cleveland Baseball Club that will formerly be known as the Indians. Top of the 7th. Let's see who leads off. Charlie Hayes leads off for the Phillies. Dennis Martinez still has some strength in his step, so we'll see how long he can go. That's a 3-3. That's a strikeout chance. 14, no good. Hayes will swing 4-2, fly out the left. Out number 1 here is Mark Whitten. 5-3 for Martinez. That's a strikeout chance. The 6 is good. He got him. Strikeout number 3 for Martinez. 2 outs. And here is Kevin Stocker. The Phillies are pretty much believing that they are totally outmatched in this game against Cleveland. Martinez, 3-3. That's a strikeout chance. The 5 got Stocker, and that's strikeout number 4. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Martinez. Bottom of the 7th, 7-1 Indians here at the 7th inning stretch. Tonight on Payoff Pitch, we return to the 1985 season. We have the Houston Astros taking on the San Diego Padres. I know for an absolute fact, Steeler fan will not miss that game. And our next Inside Pitch one and gone game will be game number 14. And for those of you Reds fans out there, the Baltimore Orioles will take on the Cincinnati Reds in game number 14. The Reds had a bye week, had the bye into the second round. They take on the Orioles, who came away with a win over Oakland in game number 4. So that's what we got. We got Astros at the Padres tonight. And tomorrow we have Baltimore at the Reds. So any Reds fans out there, don't miss it. Any Orioles fans, don't miss it. That should be fun to play, I think. And for those of you wondering who is pitching tonight, Lamar Hoyt goes for the Padres, and it is Joe Niekro going for the Astros, not Phil Niekro, who, of course, we know passed away last week. It is his brother pitching tonight. Bottom of the 7th inning, let's see. Kenny Lofton comes up to bat. Abbott will pitch to him, as it is left switch, so we'll see what Abbott does here. And it's a 1-4. That's a strikeout chance. 16 is too high. Lofton will swing. 1-3, star 5, ground out to third. Here is Omar Vizquel. Abbott will pitch, 4-4. That's at the park. Let's see what Jacobs Field has. 4-2 at Jacobs Field. That's a fly out to left. As Vizquel gets no help from the Jake. And now Carlos Baerga. Abbott, 1-3, strikeout chance, 17, completely no way. Baerga will swing, 6-4. He grounds that one to first, and that's going to be the inning there. So a good inning for Abbott. And a 1-2-3 inning for him. At the end of 7, still 7-1 Tribe. Top of the 8th coming up. Dennis Martinez can pitch to 2 more batters before he is considered tired. Andy Van Slyke leads off for Philadelphia. May see a pinch hitter here. Let's see, may do a pinch hitter. His batting average is 224. And let's see here, but I got to check the at-bats. And you know what? The answer is no, since I go by at-bats before the 8th inning, so Van Slyke will bat. Martinez with the pitch, 1-6, that's a blank. Van Slyke will swing 4-4 against a righty. That's a base hit. He slaps it past second base, and the Phillies get a man on. So maybe it was a good thing that I let Van Slyke hit. And that will bring up Lenny Dykstra. Nails. Van Slyke on at first. There is a pickoff chance. And nothing happening. Martinez will pitch to Dykstra. And that is a 6-3. That's a hit by pitch. The 18 barely misses. Dykstra a 7. Martinez plus 10 is 17. Dykstra barely gets out of the way. The infield, of course, is halfway. Martinez, Dykstra will now swing 3-5. And that is a base hit into center field. Single to center. Van Slyke's base running rating is a 3. -1 to get to third is a 2. Lofton -1 is a 1. So a 1, only on a 1, Van Slyke will get to third. That is a 6. And Van Slyke is going to third. Lofton throws to third, and he is out by a mile. 6-3. He is gunned down by Lofton. Lenny Dykstra out, and Lenny Dykstra will have to settle If the trailing runner's base running rating is greater than or equal to the roll, Dykstra, however, does go to second on the throw, but Van Slyke is out at third since the die roll is a 3 and Dykstra's base running rating is a 3. So the throw did go to third to nail Van Slyke, and Dykstra, however, does take second on the throw. There is one out, though. So that is a base hit. But Van Slyke is out, and that will bring up Mickey Morandini. Now, there's the one now there is one of the issues I have, okay, with inside pitch. There should be an option to play safe. You're down by 6 runs. Why are you trying to advance an extra base? Why are you trying to advance an extra base? There's got to be something I might have to homebrew on that. I once tried it, but I don't get that. You're down by 6 runs. You're not trying to stretch. I really don't think so. You're happy with the base hit. But that's the rules of the game. I understand it. There's got to be some rule in there. If you're down by a certain amount of runs, you can just call play safe station to station, and that's it. So you automatically, if it's a single, you move 1 base, double 2 bases, triple 3 bases. That's it. Got to be some rule on that somehow. I know he does it to give the outfielders assist stats. Infield is normal. Morandini is the batter. That's going to be it for Martinez. He is done because he is now considered tired. So now a single one will allow a run to score. So we'll see a new pitcher from the Indians. Let's see. Left switch right coming up. Let's see who the Indians want to bring out to pitch. See how their bullpen stacks up. And they're going to go with Jim Poole. 3 wins, 3 losses, a 3.75 ERA. Jim Poole will pitch up against Morandini. And that is a 13. There is no pickoff. Poole will pitch 1-2. That's a range play. Morandini will swing 3-2. That's a ground ball to second. The ball is hit to Baerga. Infield is normal. 1-4. He makes the play, and he does. Ground ball to second. Throws to first. Out. Number 2, Dykstra, though, does advance to third. 2 outs now for Jeffries. Infield is normal. No pickoff chance. Poole will go ahead and pitch. And that is a 5-6. And that is going to be against the switch hitter, a right-handed switch hitter. That's going to be an automatic out. He does have a special K rating, but the 9 is too high. That is a 1, and that's going to be a fly out to left. And that will end the inning. So nothing for the Phillies. They do get a couple of hits, but it's still 7-1 favor of the Tribe. Bottom of the 8th coming up. Right switch left. Albert Bell leads off against Kyle Abbott. Let's see. Bottom of the 7th. Bottom of the 8th, I'm sorry. Let's see if Philadelphia has. In this case, I usually bring out their best pitcher to try to keep it where it's at. So let's see who is available. And they're going to go to the pen. So Kyle Abbott will come out, and coming in for the Phillies will be Ricky Bottalico, 5-3, 5 wins, 3 losses, a save, 2.46 ERA. He is actually the best pitcher in their bullpen. His job is very simple. Keep it 7-1. Tribe fan joins us here at Jacobs Field, and I'm pretty sure he is very happy to see the scoreboard. Bottalico will pitch to Bell, and that is a 4-1. That's a walk chance. The 15 is too high. Bell gets the swing, though. 5-1. He grounds out to third. Bell is 0 for 4. Bell has an 0 for day. He is 0 for 4 today. Bell has not been able to get hits. Here's Eddie Murray. Murray is 0 for 3. Metallico, 5-5. That's a strikeout plus 10. That 13 will be good. He will get Murray on a K. 2 down. And now the batter is Tomei. Pitch from Metallico, 3-1. That is a straight home run check. Tomei against a righty is a 1-18. That's a garbage call. There's an 18 against a righty. That's a 10. And Jim Tomei sends kaboom. That ball is hit high. That ball is hit deep to center, and it is gone. Ricky Metallico pitches a meatball to Tomei, and he turned it into baked ziti. And that is gone. Tomei now 2 for 3, a single and a homer. And the Indians just pile it on. It's 8-1. Big blast by Tomei. But he's not the player of the game. That's got to be Manny Ramirez. Ramirez is 3 for 3, single, double, home run, and has scored all 3 times. Ricky Metallico will pitch, and that is a 1-6. That's an automatic out. And for the first time, they retire Ramirez. That's a star 5. It's a fly out to center, and that does it there. 1 run for Cleveland on 1 hit, a solo shot by Tomei. We got the end of 8 inning. At the end of 8, the Cleveland Baseball Club, that will formerly be known as the Indians, lead it 8-1. As Tribe Fan is going to have to change his name. We're making grapes into wine, being inside the park home run. Will we see some 9th inning magic like we had yesterday? I'll tell you right now, if the Philadelphia Phillies actually score 7 runs in this inning, I may eat my Mets cap. Let's see. Mariano Duncan leads off for the Phillies here on the top of the 9th. Jim Poole is scheduled to pitch. You got 2 a right, left, right. So we're going to see a new pitcher as the Indians will go to the pen to try to close this game out. Probably bring in a right-hander. And they're going to go with Julian Tavares. 10 wins, 2 losses, a 2.44 ERA. This Indians bullpen was pretty stout also. Would anyone be offended if I make my name Tribes Fan 879? Alan, a few others already call me that. Tribes Fan? Julian Tavares will pitch to Mariano Duncan, top of the 9th inning, as this Indians team, you know, Tribe Fan, this 1995 Indians team was a beast. Like Steeler fans said, this team won 100 games and 144 games. Like I said, possibly 110 wins. This team was loaded. How this team didn't win the World Series, I have no idea. This team is going to be very tough to beat in this tournament. Tavares will pitch. That's a 6-3. That's a walk chance. Duncan against a righty. No way. He has 0 walks against right, so that's not going to happen. Duncan does get the swing, 6-3, and it's a base hit pass short. We have a single. The Phillies start with a man on first anyway. What? Did you expect a 1-2-3 inning, a 1-2-3 9th inning on RJL 518? Here's Darren Dalton. No strat roll, but there is a pickoff chance. No play there. And Duncan, of course, is not stealing. Tavares will pitch to Dalton. And that is a 3-1. That's a strikeout chance, 14 too high. Dalton will swing. 4-4, fly ball right field. Out number 1. Yeah, only the Braves pitching could beat that offense. That Braves lineup ran into Maddox, ran into Glavine, ran into Smoltz, ran into Avery. I tell you right now, the Braves, the way those two teams are loaded in this tournament, very well could, and since the Braves are on the opposite bracket, Indians and Braves could be meeting up again. But we'll see what happens. When it's one game for all the marbles, you don't know. Tavares, no pickoff chance. He will pitch to Hayes. 3-4. That's at the park. Jacobs Field, 2-2. That's a ground ball to short. Hayes' double play rating's a 2. The infield, of course, is automatically halfway with a runner on first, unless I say otherwise. That's a 2. Tavares is a -1. Is a -1. So when the plus halfway becomes back to a 2, second base for Cleveland is Baerga. He adds none. A 1-2, this game is over. And you got a ground out to short. Throws to second. Pumps, and then it's picked up by Baerga. Pumps once, pumps twice. Throws to first. That's your game. Indians destroy the Phillies 8-1. 6-4-3 double play, and that is it. No runs and a hit for the Phillies as the Indians tell Philadelphia, no, you do not deserve to be on this field with us. Final line score coming up. For the Cleveland Indians, 8 runs, 10 hits, no errors. For the Phillies, 1 run, 8 hits, no errors. Dennis Martinez, of course, gets the win. Mike Mimbs takes the loss. There is no save. As Cleveland does go ahead and blow up the Phillies. The winner of this game, I'll tell you right now, they play the winner of the California Angels and the Colorado Rockies. An Angels-Indians game would be exciting. The Rockies lineup versus the Indians lineup could be really messy. Well, we'll see what happens. That's not for a while yet till that game is played. Our next game in the one and gone will be game number 14. The Baltimore Orioles taking on the Cincinnati Reds. That game actually might be pretty good, as we'll see what happens there. Tribe fan, Steeler fan, Keith White, Philip Reynolds, Baseball Demos, Bob's Tabletop Sports. For Remain Mindy, Glenn Peral, thank you for joining me here, guys. And we will see you guys later for some payoff pitch. Astros and the Padres. Stay safe, healthy, smart, and strong. See you guys later. Indians crush the Phillies 8-1. Or I should say, the Cleveland Baseball Club, that will be formerly known as the Indians, beat the Phillies 8-1. Oh, Patch 83. Came and say hi. You know my baseball anymore. Listening. Not a problem there, Patch. I've heard nothing but, as always, I always tell you, I've heard nothing but great things about you from Al Red Sox fan Dave Gardner and, of course, Uncle Ron. So take care, everyone. We'll see you guys later. Take care.